What is up, y'all? Sorry, I've got a scanner going in the background. Leaving our current restaurant project right now, a fire just popped up. Basically on the other side of the mountain you see in the background of all my shots. James's house is kind of in between me and that. So it's early evening right now. The fire just popped up, but that's the side of the mountain that hasn't burned. Last time the fires came through when I first bought my ranch, it burned on my side of the mountain. And it stayed away from James's side. So James's side has not burned in a very long time. And well, this is on the other side of the mountain to him, and it is at the bottom of the mountain, which, hold on. I'm trying to keep tabs on the scanners right now. Since the fire came through that almost burned my house down, seems like they really hit these fires a lot harder than they used to. However, I just heard on the scanner that this one is growing exponentially quick. They are throwing everything they have at it. However, these things can get out of hand very quickly, as we saw. Unfortunately, I'm a good distance away from the ranch, so I'm gonna try to get home as fast as I can right now. We're gonna see, guys. Hopefully they knock this thing out quick. And unfortunately, I'm in all of the evening traffic right now. Now, while I made the fire sprinklers for my roof, sorry, the camera's gonna fall there. I haven't put them on the Wi-Fi timer that I said I was gonna do. Would be a good time for that right now. But I can't turn all the sprinklers on around the house right now. So I'm gonna do that, pre-stoke the yard around the house. Then I don't have to worry about that when we get there. It's at 11 acres now. That's growing pretty quick. So there was the original fire, then they said another fire had popped up next to it, pretty close to it. Now there's a third fire, all within the same range here. So I don't think embers are flying that far right now. Always leads you to think if this was set intentionally. You never know though. I don't know if you guys can see it well on the camera, but that big area right there is that's all our smoke. We're a good distance away. I just talked to James and he's like, yeah, dude, you get home. He's got his water truck fired up. I'm sure he's getting that filled up right now. Dedic on standby, Chris on standby if they need to come out. We're gonna assess once we get there. This time we're staying and fighting, so let's see how this goes. Now, current update, again, I'm about 15, 20 from the ranch right now, but current update is within the hour they're saying structures will be threatened. And as far as I know, the closest structures to this fire is our street. Now out here, there's not a lot of fire hydrants that are close by. In fact, oh, we got some guys right there on watch. I wonder if another one popped up. We've got this truck right here. Yeah, I think another fire popped up, which is all along the same road.
Y'all, check out this new shirt. All right, we got the newest addition to the workforapparel.com group right here. All right, we got the license plate, blue collar, you know, work for it. It's one of my personal faves, and if y'all don't remember, Ryan in the last video said that if we sell these out, he might give me 10 bucks, and I kind of need that right now. So y'all should go ahead and get on that website and check these bad boys out, because I have a feeling they're gonna go quick. Sheesh!
Yeah, it's a lot of smoke. All right, y'all, so we live right on the backside, right there. See, this thing was racing up. They've got 3 helicopters out here. Let's see, there's one right there. Saw the other ones, they dropped down. All right, y'all, so we are back. You can see the smoke. It's kind of laying low right now. It's not super windy, but that is the mountain that the smoke, or that the fire is on the other side of. James's house is about right yonder. So if it crests that whole side is in trouble. The last time the fires came through, it burned to this side. You can see why, you know, you can see way more rocks right there. This whole area burned, came around, burned all of our side. And we've always been worried about that side because that side never burned. And it's way more dense over there with trees. We're in a pretty good position here. Again, the grass is nice and wet because my sprinklers came on. But we're pretty dang nicely mowed. This whole area surrounding the house is nicely mowed. Horse, we're gonna be okay. I'm gonna jump up on the roof right now and get our sprinklers on. We've got Chris and Dedic on their way out just in case we need a little extra manpower. You never know. They've got all of the big tankers on it. Well, small tankers right now. You can see one flying over right there. And then the big boys, the big like 737s, whatever they are with the fire retardant, those are on their way, but they come all the way out of Riverside, which is like 3 hours away. don't know what that is in plain time, but we should get those here shortly. And as long as they can hit that top of that mountain, we should be okay and it not come over. If you guys remember the last time, fire came over right over top of that mountain where you can see that plane flying by, hopefully, maybe not on this camera. But once it came over, it was game over. I mean, it just flew down that mountain right to the property. So we're hoping that doesn't happen over there, because as you can see, look how dense those trees are on that side. It's pretty gnarly. And then once we get our house set up, we'll go check out James and see how things are going over there. But let's get our hoses up on the roof. I mean, I guess we don't need misters right now, but we might. We do have the option to turn all these misters on, which also will wet the entirety around the house. But we're not gonna use those right now. We're going for bigger water on the roof. Okay, I've never actually linked more than one of these sprinklers together. All right, y'all. We'll get one sprinkler here. Now, unfortunately, the rabbits love to eat our hoses out here, and yeah, I have a brand new one sitting somewhere. I need to find the box, because we need to tie these together. But for now, we'll get one going. And you can see the smoke's getting taller. Hopefully this hose will reach. It might not even reach to this one. Let's see. Oh, just barely. All right. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Shoots just past. Oh, yeah. No. We need you to go 360. 360. I don't know what that setting is on here, but maybe. Oh man, these things work fantastic. We'll see when we link two together. If I can find another hose. Look at that. Almost dang near hits the excavator over there. Oh, that's a big freshie of brown smoke right there. I don't like how fast that smoke's moving. Yeah, we're just gonna let this do its thing here. Gotta go find another hose. That's getting bigger. All right, y'all, so a second ago we were there. Now we are there, and the fact that it's moving so fast tells me it's not that far below that ridge. Where is my other hose? Oh, it's gotta be in one of these trucks. Let's go check a truck. We can use that hose, but that hose sucks. There's a hose. Yeah, I definitely don't like what I'm seeing up there. Honestly, I'm thinking two of these sprinklers might hit the whole house. Don't mind my ghetto ladder, y'all. I need to get on the roof quick. And this works for quick. We're just gonna get a little wet here, but that's okay. All right, so again, guys, we've never daisy chained two of these together. They might suck. Never got this far in my testing. All right, y'all, let's see what happens when we oh man, this hose might not be long enough. Maybe, close, almost made it. Ooh, that water's cold. Feels good though. It's a hot day. Get this undone. You need to come. I guess you're gonna have to live. Whatever. We can move you later. I can hear James's well fired up over there. Once we get situated here, we'll go see what's going on over there. All right, y'all, here we go. Woo. It's all right. These hoses kind of suck. They have to build some pressure or get a little back pressure in them, so. Oh yeah, that's shooting past the roof. Oh, we're getting rain now. Oh, we're getting rain now. Ooh, that's cold. Yeah, I think we're good, guys. I think we're good. Wet the roof up for a little bit, then we'll turn it back off. I don't want to waste all of my water in my water tank over there. We'll just let everything get nice and saturated. Thankfully, the sun is going down, so it's not like it's going to evaporate very quickly. Oh, how'd Ryan get taken out? Was it by the fire? No, he fell off his roof trying to get on his tractor. Ugh. Now, I don't know exactly all of how it works. I know some planes can fly at night. Most of them cannot. So as we get into dark here, I know we're gonna lose some of these, I believe. But you can see here, this is kind of the effect I wanted. We barely have had these sprinklers going for a minute, but see all the water is just kind of cascading off the roof? That's what I was hoping for with those sprinklers. Number one, keeps the roof wet. It is a tile roof, so it's not the end of the world. And then look at, oh, jeez, I'm like, that water's shooting probably 15 feet or so past the roof. So the yard's gonna stay wet, the roof's gonna stay wet, and it's gonna create like a little mini curtain of water to hopefully, you know, any embers or whatever. That's really what lights your house on fire, is embers blowing up into it. would hopefully get doused by those sprinklers up there. It was getting right at the top of the hill, and then they did a big retardant drop, and it looks like they knocked a good bit out. It's looking hairy there for a minute.
What's that?
Said it was looking hairy there for a minute.
Still might get that way.
Before they did that drop right at the top right there, it was that was pretty close to the crest.
Yeah, my buddy's over there right now. He's like, car department's like on the edge if they want to start coming out right now to here.
Oh, jeez.
And they're about to call the planes off.
Yeah.
So if they don't get it out in like the next 15 minutes, there's one chopper
That can do night drops?
that can do night drops.
Gotcha.
And we're kind of at that chopper's mercy. So
Sick.
if it gets too crazy, I got the grader running already.
Sick. Just cut a line.
Start ripping up everything.
Yeah. You're staying tight to that ridge. It's got to be right there.
Yeah, he says it's right on the other side of it.
Oh, joy. And then it's going to be night. You're not going to see the smoke. Just going to see a little glow.
And of course, my phone's like almost dead.
When I got home, it was halfway up that hill on the other side. That's our mountain right there. That was when I came home, and then they did a drop. So I think it was pretty damn close to that. The ridge on the other side.
They can fly the military helicopters at night now.
Okay.
Yeah,
At the FLIR.
they're saying that we get one of them. All right, y'all, so we've made it back from James's house. You can see, look at this. The sprinklers are working great up there on the roof. Probably should have moved the mower, but everything's nice and coated in water. The shed lights are looking good here late at night. And remember, those are on 50%, whatever, brightness. But I'll take you guys over. You really can't see much now. They did do a couple of retardant drops. And then I haven't honestly seen anything flying right now. We do have two, it sounds like night vision helicopters that can come out that have been supposedly ordered up. But we haven't seen anything in a while, and it looks much brighter right there on camera than it does in person. That's like pitch black right now to my eye. But you would think we'd see a little bit of a glow. We're going to try to drive back up to the spot that I showed you earlier when we were first coming in, but it sounds like they've got part of that road closed down. So we'll see how far we can get right now. But man, I do love these shed lights. Look at that. That is beautiful. You guys can hear all the water coming off the roof right there. That was the plan. Working fantastically. But we're going to turn these off because we don't really need them right now. I left them on longer than I had planned, but we'll be okay. Well, they're going to leave those up there. Look at that. Jesus, the house needs a paint job. Got a little wet over here on the stucco. Oh, guys, I spoke too soon. I just heard the helicopter. I believe that's him right there. All right, y'all, so we made it back to this spot. You can see this full moon is really lighting things up, but it's not going to be that great to see here. Not a whole lot of action now, which is a good thing. And the wind is starting to blow it that way, which is good. We don't want it blowing that way. Well, y'all, we successfully made it through the night. The firefighters did a great job last night on getting this thing knocked down. As you can see on the ridge over there, no more smoke, so that is a good thing. I don't know if it's gonna show up on camera, but there's definitely a little haze kind of sitting right there, which I believe is smoke just kind of lying down in our valley. And now, as the wind has shifted, we get all the smell of the wildfire, and it's one of those smells you never forget, especially when your house almost burns down. But again, gotta say the firefighters did a fantastic job. I think after the last fire came through this area, they kind of learned a lot on tackling these things and not letting them cross the ridge, because that's a bad day. But good news is the roof sprinklers worked. Well, they work in theory. I mean, they work on the roof. Will it stop a fire from burning the house down? I don't know, and I hope we never actually have to find out, but I feel a lot more comfortable knowing those are up there doing their job while I can go handle some other things. Another thing is, James's house is basically the water source for the fire trucks over here on our street, and the last fire, they didn't know that. And once they found out, they heavily protected this area, but now they already know that. So we got that going for us in terms of them really wanting to protect our street. The other good thing is the power lines to our valley run right over there. The fire was about in this area right here. So thankfully the winds didn't push it that way, because then we would have lost power to the valley. And basically, how I mentioned there was two fires earlier, from what I'm hearing, the two fires eventually kind of met each other, and then it snuffed one of them out, and then the other one kind of carried out that way. So all in all, that was probably the closest fire that we have had to us since the fire that almost burned my house down when I moved out here. But again, got to give a huge thank you to the firefighters and everybody that jumped on that thing and got that fire knocked out in a pretty dang quick time for how quickly it was growing. The weather worked in our favor. There was no wind. We lucked out this time. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button now that you do not miss out on any future content. Don't forget to give this video a like, a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workforitapparel.com, because if there's anything you want in this life, you gotta be willing to work for it. You guys are the best. I'm out.
Damn. Yeah.